Okay, I'm going to talk about mainstream media. So, typically, when you turn on a mainstream media news station, you get those commercial news breaks, 5 commercials or whatever it is, a couple minutes of commercials, and then you get the news segment, right? And that news segment you think that it is news, right? But in reality, it's actually just another advertisement. Everything you see in mainstream media is an advertisement on that mainstream media news station, okay? The advertisers pay the media corporations so that they can operate, right? They can pay the expenses. And then the mainstream media news corporations, they push candidates and politicians forward that are going to support their interests when they get elected, right? So, in effect, you have the mainstream media being paid, again, by the corporations that are advertising for them, and then you have the mainstream media supporting candidates who are going to further support the government policy that supports the profits of the corporations who are paying them. It's this little circle, okay? It goes from the mainstream media the corporations pay the mainstream media supports the candidates to run the government, and the government supports the policy that supports the profit motives of the corporations. It's a little circle of profits, okay? And what it is it's corruption, okay? And this is why I said that if you are watching mainstream media, you are literally watching advertisements the entire time. The entire station is an advertisement, okay? Even if they're covering a recent news event, they're twisting it, right? They're twisting it to manipulate you, and in effect, to blame somebody. And who do they blame? Well, if you watch Fox News, they're going to blame the Democrats for the Maui fire somehow. And if you watch CNN, they're going to blame the Republicans for the Maui fires somehow. Okay? And what this does is it doesn't actually give you an option for who's going to solve the problem. It doesn't give you a politician or a candidate who's going to solve the problem. Again, the CNN will support their establishment candidate, Biden in this case. And Biden, gets elected, and he supports the policies that feed the corporations, that give the corporations profit, and then, again, those corporations turn around and they advertise in the mainstream media. And then, again, mainstream media, CNN, advertises for Biden, supports Biden, and pushes you away from the Republican side. Now, on the Republican side, right, you have Fox News is the mainstream media source on the right, and they advertise for Trump or whatever other Republican candidate is out there, and then the corporations pay for Fox News's ad revenue. They support Trump. Trump supports the economic policies that support the corporation's profits. Again, circle of profit on both sides, okay? And what it does is it doesn't actually fix the economic policies. It doesn't actually help the working class. It just divides them. It divides them along these Republican Democrat lines, and they push these establishment candidates forward that are not helping the working class in either case. The end result is more of the same. The end result is rising wealth inequality. The end result is divide and conquer strategies become more prevalent. And you can say that, the Democrats, they don't support, or they support abortion and the Republicans don't. Well, again, this is a divide and conquer strategy. The only reason people feel the need to get abortions is because they can't afford to have the children. Okay, it's a logical fallacy. If you use your fear of the Republican Party to vote for Democrats, the establishment Democrats, or vice versa, you end up feeding the fear, because again, the fear stems originally from the economic inequality, and both the parties are not fixing the economic inequality. Both of them are corporate parties. So you have to vote for candidates that are not being supported by the mainstream media. And that could be a number of people. It could be Marianne Williamson, RFK, Cornel West. It could be a number of people. It can be even libertarians. They have better policy than the establishment Republican Party does. The point is that you have to stop voting inside this established media paradigm. If you vote for who the mainstream media tells you to vote for, you are going to get more of the same. You're going to feed the cycle of profits, because both sides are feeding the cycle of profits. They're not, the difference between the Republican and Democrat parties' economic policy is not meaningfully different. The only thing they differ on are the social policies, the racial policies, the cultural policies, the religious driven policies, right? That's all they differ on. And the problem is that the economy feeds into all of those problems, all of those racial, social, cultural, and religious problems. If you don't fix the source, which is the economy, those problems only get worse, and neither establishment party, no establishment candidate supported by mainstream media will tell you to vote for the candidates who are actually going to fix the economy, because again, they are funded by corporations through ad revenue, and so therefore the candidates they represent are going to support the profits of the corporations. It's really simple if you think about it logically. So that's why I said every single thing you see in mainstream media is an advertisement, including the main show, not just the commercials. They are advertising their candidates in order to further the profits of the corporations through government policy by encouraging you to elect the corporate establishment candidates. Give that a little thought. Thanks for watching.